which we did last time. This is the session which we did last time, that's supplements. That's session 7. And as far as, we finished all the slides and everything and finished the discussion also. However, we were in the middle of the work. Okay, we did not finish the worksheet. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving you 2-3 minutes of recap so that we can finish our worksheet and then directly move to session 8. That's punctuation for today. And most probably we'll do session 9 also, transitions, because there's not much of content in punctuation. Most of the things we've already covered. So that's the plan. Okay, but today Ayan, just cute cat. Cat, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so here you can see supplements. Ayan, did you tell me what are supplements? What did you study last time? Do you remember anything?
Ma'am, it's like extra information which is added to the sentence, like for elaboration or for elaboration on some nouns or.
Okay. And what is our job to do? What are we doing? Like, yeah, that's our supplement, but what's our job to do in SAT exam?
Ma'am, to separate the non-essential and essential supplements, like how do we separate them from the sentence?
I discussed last time, and Ayan, you remember that we also discussed about Arushi Goswami. Let's shift over there. Arushi, you remember we discussed something about essential and non-essential when we're talking about something related to punctuation that is to be added, not to be added. Can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me where should we add in essential or non-essential cases?
Ma'am, for essential, no punctuation, and for non-essential, the supplement must be separated.
That must be separated. So these are the things which we have discussed, and then we also discussed about this. That is, how are we supposed to identify the extra information? That is, so the team will win in a basketball game, that how essential it is and not essential. Okay, then we discussed about this. The basketball team, which won the state's last championship. Obviously, if we don't have this, it's not so much required. It just got into the bus. That much is also okay. So this is what we discussed just now. It requires punctuation. This is important just to remind you guys that if supplement comes in the middle of the sentence, then you require punctuation on both the sides. And if it is in the start, then what are we supposed to do? Only on one side. Only on one side, possible. So this is what we discussed. And we also discussed about these 3 things, that is commas, and parentheses and dashes. Then I clearly told you that this is not your job to see when to use what. Your job is only to see that, if there is a comma in the sentence, you have to ensure that there is a comma again. Okay, so you don't have to use 2 things in one. So that's our job in doing the supplements. However, we'll do punctuation little in detail, just to be on a safer side. Okay. So this is all what we had discussed. Till here, is there anyone who has any doubt? Everyone is clear with supplements? This is what we discussed last time. Okay. And we were in the middle, as I said, we were in the middle of the worksheet. So I'm just displaying the worksheet so that we can just finish the second part of the worksheet and then we move to session 8. So, do you remember that this is the worksheet which we were doing? Commas, dashes and all. Anyone remember this? This is the first part, Ayan, Arav, do you remember? Yes. And we finished the exercise 1 till here. Question number. Did we finish the whole? Yeah, we did. I asked you to take a picture. The last few students who were still doing it, I asked you last 4 questions, you can take a picture. And then we shall, and so we're just doing the session exercise 2. And you may start with exercise 2. I think some of the students were not there last time. Okay. Quickly, guys, 5-6 minutes, please take it, not more than that. And we'll make this worksheet. For the students who have just joined, we are doing the worksheet which we left it last time in the middle. Okay, we're just completing that and then we're moving to a new session. Ayan, Arav, just let me know, or Ayan maybe, when you are able to scroll down. Aishwan, you were there last time, right? Or you left in the middle?
Mom, I left.
So do you know what are we doing right now?
Yes, mom.
So you know what essential, non-essential?
Yeah, I did that. I did till that part.
Acha. So you can try doing this exercise too. And then punctuation will be new for everyone. Okay?
Jay, please put on the camera.
I think you can scroll.
What happened now? There is any problem with your camera?
Okay. Scroll down, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought you joined online.
Ma'am, Jay is traveling, so he will not able to join the camera. Is it okay to you, ma'am?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Let me know when to scroll down, Ayan.
Ma'am, you can scroll.
Okay. Done, right?
Yes, ma'am. You can scroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanush, why your camera is off? Tanush, this is the last warning to you. Huh? Your camera must be on.
Ma'am, you can scroll.
Ma'am, can you show question 13?
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
Ma'am, you can scroll. Ma'am, you can scroll. Ma'am, you can scroll.
21 are done, right, everyone? This one, I think the best would be if you take a picture of this paragraph. Okay, then I can show you the questions. I think that would be better if you have your phone, or maybe you can take a screenshot. Just take a picture of this passage and do that. Arushi done? Arushi done? Passage screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, Revati, Krishna, Arnav, I'm asking randomly. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm just showing you the questions. Now you will see.
Ma'am, you can scroll.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you can scroll.
Last set, that's till 11th. We're done. Done, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, ma'am, can you show the question 11?
Yes. Major. Done, Revati, Krishna?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just showing the answers. Quickly check. If any of you thinks any question I need to discuss, tell me. Otherwise, we'll move to then another session, session 8. If they don't have it, sorry, what's the name? Shreya. They don't have me down. Then join when they're doing another motion and come and clear yours. And then not take it to class. Should I scroll down, guys? A bit.
Ma'am, the answers that you that were the answers of exercise 1.
Correct. Because we didn't do the discussion last time, no time. Oh, you guys won't have an exercise 1 today. That's what I mean. Arav, Yaksh, you must be having your answers, isn't it? So we can check. Yaksh finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I scroll down? Can I guys show you session exercise 2? Is everyone okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Exercise 2. Let me know when to slow down now.
Now you can.
Four, five, or one. Okay, so done?
Yes,
Done?
ma'am.
Okay. Anyone? Forget about anyone. Yash, how much you scored?
Ma'am, let me count.
Please. You guys need to have your total score. Radhe, how much did you score?
Ma'am, the total is 53, so out of that 47.
Aaron, right? Ayan. Ayan.
Now I got 49.
Revati?
Ma'am, I got total 8 wrong. So
54 minus 8. 53 minus 8. 45 now? 46. Anyone below 45? Tanush, Ayushman, how much?
46.
Okay. Any doubt? Anything you want me to take up again? Supplements, guys? Okay. So this is your session 8. That's punctuation. You keep it on the top and come in. Okay. And this is your session 8, punctuation. Over here, rhythm, how much time? You need time? 2 more minutes? Okay. So this we'll be doing a little bit in detail. Okay, we'll be seeing that, where to use, when to use dashes and when to use. Most of it we have already covered, semi and all. That is, when to use comma and all. So a little bit more, and we'll wind up this punctuation today. So this is what we are doing. So you can see your punctuation marks. Commas. So the first one, comma. What are we using comma for? Let's discuss. Let's talk about it. We've already studied. Devti, what do we use commas for?
Ma'am, to separate words, like a list of words.
List of words. Okay. So, so do you think so? You can also separate some non-essential elements through commas?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so we can, it's what she said, it separate list items, non-essential items, or like the example is given. Ayushman, can you read the last example over here? Last line, please.
The Bay of Fundy, a body of water between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, experiences the world's highest tidal range.
So what are we separating over here? So body of water between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick is what? Is it an essential or is it non-essential? Ayushman, is it a non-essential clause or essential clause as per you? Essential.
Ma'am, essential.
Essential. May I understand the reason why?
Ma'am, because that is the place which experiences the world's highest
Well,
tidal.
good, Ayushman. Thank you. So that is what we use commas for. So you can also see over here link dependent clauses to independent clauses. We have already discussed about this fanboys, right? What are these fanboys? Anyone remember? F, A, what's F? For, and, okay, but, of, yet, and since. So this is what we had discussed fanboys earlier. That is how we link with these coordinating conjunctions. Ayan, tell me quickly. Fanboys, what's F?
For.
Tanush, A. Where's Tanush? Yaksh, A.
And
Okay. Arushi Goswami, N.
Nor.
Okay. Arushi Zade, B.
But.
But Arav, O.
or
What did you say? On.
ma'am.
Or. Did you say or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Y rhythm. Y. F. Okay, so this is I discussed earlier. So we can see over here, Akshita, almonds, but walnuts are the close second. So we can see how they link the independent clauses with the dependent clauses through a comma. That's another. This is important. Commas where you should not use. Okay, when you are not supposed to split a subject and a verb. Not many times we do that. Okay, this is wrong. Mountain goats. So Akshita, can you read the first example, please?
Ma'am, the incorrect sentence.
Yes, dear.
Mountain goats, comma, are very nimble.
Okay, so Akshita, what's the fault over here? What are we doing?
Ma'am, they've put the comma between the subject, that is the goat, and then the verb, that is are. So we are not supposed to do that.
Awesome. Are we all clear with this? This is important. Please write it down. I know you know it. Most of us know it. Okay, but we forget. This is why I'm saying it. Just this thing. No incorrect, correct. Do not split a subject and a verb. If someone has a doubt, okay, between subject, verb, it's okay to have it. Just write an example over there. Okay. Ara, quickly write down the heading, punctuation, and just write the first commas and just write down this. Do not split a subject and verb. Under commas, you can write down. With a comma, I mean. So it can be written in any form. You can see the two ways of writing the correct way of writing it. The sentence, that is either you straight away write it, or if you're actually using a comma, so you can use a non-essential element in that to divide it with a comma. That's it. We already finished non-essential. That is in non-essential, we're using two commas, front and the behind. So the same logic there applied. Clear? Done? Okay. So this is another one that is, it comes before prepositions. So you can see over here, the incorrect one. The chicken crossed to the other side of the road. What's the correct one? Why? Where's the preposition? So it comes, or we are not supposed to use. Yeah, it's for not, okay? I mean, everything is under not. I wrote it first and then I think deleted it from there. Okay, so just be careful with this. That's why I was asking you again. Arushi, Samruddhi, Akshita, are you clear with this now? That I'm missed out on not over there. It's also about not, okay? Do not separate items in a list of two. Okay, so you can see over here, skill and practice, we are not supposed to do that. Okay, that's it. Do not, please do write your do nots. Everything is about do not. Okay, Arushi, are you clear? So please don't copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Samruddhi, you are clear? Akshita Chile?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Done. Ayushman, done? Okay, so this is about your semi. So you can see it is basically used to link independent clauses, right? This is, I think we discussed. Semi, I think, yes, semi I discussed. Yeah. So that you remember when I discussed these things that if you have two independent clauses, separate clauses, so you can just use semi. Yeah, so same thing this is about, that they're repeating it in punctuations, that we are supposed to use this now. Okay, so central offices. Same thing. Okay, why, I should have asked you, why are we using a semicolon over here, Ayan? Why do you think? Why am I using a
Ma'am, because the first, for example, the countries are the next two aren't, so to separate the countries from that, used semicolon.
it means cities and countries to be separate? That's what you mean? Okay, cities, that's why we are using. Okay, this I don't think so. We have discussed earlier. Hold on. Did I? No, no. No, I haven't done this. Okay, so you can also see this one, that it actually comes to the end of an independent clause. Okay, and you can see an example over here. Upstart tech companies fail for the same reason, a lack of market need for their product. So you can, and similarly about the second one, domains, then we are talking about the domains, bacteria and all. So that is when you are using a colon. Okay. So you can just write down for colon, that is, it can only come at the end of an independent clause. And it comes for either for some explanation or for some extra information for the same part. Okay, so you can just make a colon and you can do that. This will all come in your exam, so be careful, guys. If any doubt, ask now. So do in the bracket, do put in explanations and extra information. So if you're supposed to use only that time. Don't use it otherwise. Samruddhi done? Finish, Samruddhi?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Akshita, don't write the example. I don't think you need it. You'll get many examples further. Just that it can come at the end of it. So here, the next one, that's a dash. So you are supposed to use it only to separate non-essential elements from the rest of the sentence. Please write it. If you are separating non-essential element from the rest of the sentence, then please do use a dash. So do not use dash in between the characters, okay? That's comma. Not in between the characters, just a second. Done? Yaksh, when do you use a dash?
To separate elements which are not necessary in a sentence.
Okay, and when are you using a colon?
To state an example or something about to state sub examples.
I mean, do you use the end of the sentence or do you use the middle of the sentence? When do you use it?
A middle
Huh?
of the sentence.
Show me a notebook where you wrote it. You wrote this? Yaksh, no. One second, Yaksh. Yeah, Yaksh, read it now.
I'm like not at the complete end. I'm talking about like the middle, like
What? Talking where? In the middle where?
means before the examples. We were stating some examples about that. Before that, not like complete end.
Such a diplomatic answer, huh? We'll understand like this. Say it clearly, na? Okay. Are you writing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dashes are done. Okay. So you can. Sorry. Let's just go quickly into this. Okay. Revati, can you read this example, please? Passage.
Yes, ma'am. According to Naomi Nakayama of the University of Edinburgh, the reason seeds from a dying dandelion appear to float in the air while dash is that their porous plumes enhance drag, allowing the seeds to stay airborne long enough for the wind to disperse them throughout the surrounding area.
Yes, these are the options. So what do you think? Are we just supposed to use the word? Are we supposed to use comma? Colon? Semi? What?
Ma'am, can you show the question again?
Yes. Okay, just tell me what can we strike out the wrong ones. Come on, guys, let's do it together. Okay, rhythm says B and C are not possible. So I'll show B and C again. She's saying semi and the proper one is not possible. May I understand the reason why? Semi can exclude independent sentences and they are dependent. This is dependent. Usually use at the end of. Okay, so rhythm says colon we cannot use because we're supposed to use at the end. Okay, and semi she's saying because we're supposed to use it independent, and she thinks that somewhere these are dependent. First part is dependent. So she says B and C are not possible. So let's go with A and D. A and D, what do you guys think? Why? Which one? A or B?
Ma'am, it can't be A because there is falling and then there is a verb and we can't use commas with verbs.
Okay,
Like,
so let's
we can't use commas. So it's D.
So let's see D. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to do. Okay, that in case if it is becoming difficult, then what to write. Okay, so just strike out the wrong ones. Bring your logic. That's why we do the explanation part. That's why we write it. Okay, so that we remember the rules and we can just go ahead. Again, there are not much rules. You just have 9 sessions, and out of which hardly any rules you have in SAT. Okay. So I would suggest you, in case you're not written or something like that, I can send you this presentation. Copy it somewhere. Okay. So this is what your logic was correct. Okay. This is what you guys have used, the same strategy. That is check if it's an independent or a dependent clause. That's what you already did it, so I'm not this. And again, this is what the same strategy we use, that is, it should appear at the end. Double check the commas. Okay, overuse of commas unnecessarily is not there. So only when they are linking the clauses or it is a coordinating or subordinating conjunction, fanboys and all that stuff. Okay, that's all. Yeah, this is important. No punctuation is needed for a list of 2. Okay, don't use punctuations for a list of 2 items. Okay, don't unnecessarily do that. So you can see over here, I think this is common sense. If you see this Windows computers and the first sentence, we are not supposed to use it. You can just simply write it as and conjunction, and you can just do it. Only when it becomes 3, then you are supposed to use it. Yeah, so you can see the second part of the sentence. Ayan, Arav, everyone clear? I'm asking randomly. No. Okay, just randomly. If there is anyone who has a doubt, tell me now. Anything? Okay, Arav, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can see over here, rules. This you will be able to manage. simple 3 stages of, obviously we use comma. Okay, this we always do in school. Also semi. So semi you are supposed to use it. We just did now. Then since in Japan, and then you have Delhi. City and country. So then what are we using? Semi. Just be careful. You should be knowing over there country and cities and all these things. Okay, be careful with those things. So you can use semi over there just to distinguish. Otherwise, comma makes sense. Yeah, this is again the same thing. I think this is what you were asking. That now August and then before and you're using city use. Okay, that's correct. Okay. We should never use commas, breaks, semicolons. This is obviously common sense. We're not supposed to mix it. Okay, it's just that since it was city and countries, that's why we said it. That makes it. Okay. Yeah, done. This is what punctuation is all about. Clear, everyone? All 4 punctuations clear? Yeah, which are the 4 punctuations we discussed today? Number 1.
Semicolon, colon,
Semi. 2, 3.
Comma and dash.
Dash. Ayan, when do you use semi?
Ma'am, we use semi to link independent clauses and use with use with lists which are already using commas.
Okay, Arav, when are you using dash?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you use dashes? Check from your notebook, it's okay.
To separate non-essential elements
Okay.
from the sentence.
Arushi Goswami, when are you supposed to use semi?
We have to use semicolon to link two independent clauses.
Independent. Are we supposed to also use comma and semi somewhere together, anytime
Yes.
together?
Yes,
When
ma'am. In lists that already contain commas.
already contain commas, or you have the mixture. Okay, something like that. So you just need to be careful. Clear, done. So this was all your punctuation, all about. Okay, so I'm just showing you the one example, and then just a small worksheet of punctuation, and then we're moving to session 9. Okay. You can take 2 minutes to share this. I didn't do that. Just open the YouTube book. I forgot. Just open the YouTube book, session 8, punctuation. Hopefully, I've covered everything, which is don't spend a lot of time, okay, because I have done it. Okay, just see exclamation. 1, 2 things I left it. Exclamation I didn't do. So just see the first part, exclamation part. Otherwise, if you just see the topic, if you have done it, so don't read that in detail in the class. Do it at home. Session 8. Just glance through 148, 149. or I can tell you what to read because I know what I've not covered. Page number 148, you're supposed to read properly. Only 148. Then you directly come to page number 150, punctuating modifiers. Okay. So just bits and pieces I want you to read. Don't read everything.
Ma'am, you are given the break.
I've asked them to read.
Okay.
For page number 148, Ayan, can you quickly give a recap, gist of page number 148, please?
Ma'am, so page number 148 mentions how do we end sentences, and it states that we end it in mainly three types of punctuations. The first one is a period. It is used at the end of declarative sentence or sentences which provide information like I need to take out the trash. Question marks are used at the end of interrogative sentences or questions. How did you forget to take out the trash? And exclamation points are used at the end of exclamatory sentences or sentences which use a lot of emotion. That or in sentences which convey that which convey that convey which are used to convey would be shouted or at least said with a greater intensity. Like I can't believe you forgot to take out the trash after I asked you to do so 5 times, and then an exclamation mark. The imperative sentence or command can end with both exclamations and periods, and yeah, that's it. And then there are examples.
Good. So this was is important. You can see the exclamation. Okay, that is we just talking about it, a lot of emotion, great intensity, and all that is case when you're using an exclamation mark. And page number 149 we've already discussed. 150 we have discussed. Fanboys and all. Punctuating modifiers. You can just, it's same whatever we did today, but you can just go through a small para is there, punctuating modifier. You all read it already? Yeah, have you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ayash, can you just tell us about the punctuating modifier, please?
Ma'am, it states that if a sentence needs a modifier, it should not be surrounded by commas. And if the modifier can be removed without changing the sentence's meaning, then there are some rules. Then it should be surrounded by commas, but there are some rules that if a modifier starts a sentence, the comma should be right after the modifier. And if it ends a sentence, it should be before the modifier.
Oh, thank you, Yash. So you can also see page number 151. You have this about separating the adjectives. So this is where they are using. So this is important that when you are separating the adjectives, that is cute, funny, and all these things. Then you can also see same page, last paragraph, such as. So for such as, are we supposed to use a comma before that or after that? Before such or after such? What do you guys think? Before?
Before.
Good, before such as. Okay. Then page number 152, we have already done. Okay, and page number 153. This also we have done. That is basically it's the same thing, but they're talking about the open parenthesis. Page 140, 54 is also a semi, and which we discussed just now. 55 is about colon, dash, which we discussed. Okay, this is important, page number 156. 1 dash equals to colon. So you should be knowing it. What does it mean? 2 dashes equals to parenthesis. Okay, so just read page 156. It's the same logic, but at least should be clear. We do not have any sheets on punctuation because this is what links, dashes, colons, what we did just before. That's what they have given. Okay, so as such, I don't have. So we're just doing this UT book and then we're moving to the next session. Done, guys? Ayan, Yaksh, Arshi, everyone. Okay, if you have finished reading, so you can just go to this small worksheet just given in the UT textbook, 8, 10 questions, whatever. Let's finish, wind up those. And then if you want, you can have water and then we can come for we can continue the last session, session 9, transitions. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell you guys, so besides these sessions, okay, I mean, randomly there were some questions in SAT, more or less related to this. Okay, more or less, but not completely. I can say that I could have related with the topic or something like that. It's like odds and joining the odds, joining run-ons, fragments, and all these things. So what I've done is I have brought all the worksheets for those. However, there is no explanation as such for those things. You're getting my logic? Because the SAT actually, it's not about beauty book, it's about any book. They only comprise discussions about these major topics. The other things are like something you've done in school, which just comes for 2 marks or 3 marks, something like this. So those worksheets I have, so I can give you those worksheets, you can practice it at home, you have answers there, but there's no asset material for that, any book, anywhere. Okay, so that's school material. Don't worry with those, that's new school material, grade 6, 7, 8 material. So for you guys, I'll email you. Okay, I'll just ask Mr. Manish where to send, how to send and all, and he will send it to you. Secondly. Is everyone clear what I was talking about? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's school
Yes, ma'am.
material. Yeah, school material.
Ma'am, the others are not going to join again. Many of them has left.
I was not, I didn't see them, sorry. I'll just check. Maybe, I think 3 of them were. Yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah. So they have told anything to you? So they are going to join or not?
I don't know.
Ayan is also not there. I think he has put off the camera.
He I just left for a second. He was very close. So it's just a 10 seconds thing.
And 4 of them has been left. From C to batch mostly. J is not there. Okay, I will change the attendance of them. Fine.
Maybe there's some problem with the internet.
4 of them.
Definitely not all of them. Done? guys? Yeah, finished?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, thank you. So we are. I am not discussing the answers, okay? It's there, the end of the textbook. However, if you have a doubt, I can always take. If you think that there is any doubt that I can take up with the class. So this is your session 9, that's transitions. So you would be seeing transition questions. Let me just show you an example of transition question. So this is a kind of question, and then I'll go with the explanation. So, okay. Yaksh, can you read this passage for me, please? Iraqi artist.
Iraqi artist Nazik al-Malaika, celebrated as the first Arabic poet to write in free verse, did not reject traditional forms entirely. A poem, Elegy for a Woman of No Importance, consists of 2 10-line stanzas and a standard number of syllables. Even in this superficially traditional work, Dash al-Malaika was breaking new ground by memorializing an anonymous woman rather than a famous man.
So what do you think? Most logical. In fact, though, therefore, more. I think you want to see it again, the passage. So you remember, guys, in fact, though, therefore, more. Okay, now you see. So that's transitions, basics. In fact, though, therefore, more. What's the C2 batch? What's this? What's C2? What do you guys think? Come on. Ayan Varekar. In fact, though, therefore, more. There, but there's no new students to me. Oh, the one who sits here. Rhythm. Answer. It's okay. Guess. Not expecting anything correct. Huh? In fact, though, therefore, more nothing. Okay. Nothing. What is that? What do you think about though? They say though, but can you place it? Yaksh, what do you think? Can we do though over here?
Yes, ma'am, and I think in fact also, but I don't know.
Even in the superficially traditional work, though Al-Malaika was breaking numerous laws.
Ma'am, I think in fact will be the best fit because though if we add though, then it should be included by another contradiction.
Okay. So I am not giving the answer. Either I'm saying it that we are going with though, or because I'll go with the explanation and I'll come back. Okay, but right now you guys are saying for though and in fact. Therefore, more is definitely not there. Na? So first two, ignore these. Okay, this is the discussion, that is how should we think about transitions. Okay, so over here you feel that they are the ones who are holding it together. They connect the sentences and So through those transitions, you get to know, is it an argument? Is it like something which is being just said, okay? Or it basically tells you about the relationship. So two categories you have, agreement or disagreement. It's little, I think, no time. Okay. So you can see over here, if you are seeing that they are expressing the same idea, I'll say it. Okay, if you think they are expressing the same idea, then in that case, you are using an agreement transition known as similarly. Right? That's what we say. Similarly, they're similar to this and all these things. So you can see over here, lentils are an excellent way to add plant-based protein to one's diet. Similarly, other legumes also does the same thing, similarly. So same thing. Okay, so that's one of the transitions we are using it as similarly. So you can also see over here, common agreement transitions. You can see again, also correspondingly, equally, and likewise. Okay. In case if you are seeing a disagreement or contrast, then you are using the transition word like however. Okay. So you can see over here, Rockstar, this, playing 27 instruments. However, he's being remembered as this, even though he did all of these things. Common disagreement transitions, you can see, but yet conversely, those still in contrast, although nevertheless, and on the other hand. Clear? So what we are doing is, then I'll go back to the question after this, after discussing a sequence and order with you. There's a sequence in the order which you need to follow. But before that, I want you to write it, the agreement transitions and the disagreement transitions, so that it becomes easy in exam. What are we supposed to do? Okay. I'll ask any of you to read it from the notebook later on. Okay. Quickly write down the heading transitions. And Ayan Varikar, yeah, everyone. And Akshita Chile, Reti. So you write the heading agreement transitions. And sorry. Yes. So under agreement transition, so you can make two, you can divide the page into two halves. Okay, make it agreement and disagreement. And you can write down the heading transitions. And you can put down all the words under agreement and the ones under disagreement. Clear?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, how is nevertheless a disagreement transition?
I mean, usually we use it, how should I say? Like, we say a part of the sentence and we say, nevertheless, this is the case. Okay. I need an example. I'll read a sentence for you. Okay. So it's like both the sentences are not in agreement to each other. Even though that boy is this way, it's difficult for me. I'll just read out take a sentence and I can explain it from there. Then just go. Nevertheless, he failed. Even though the boy went to school, nevertheless, something like that. You can do that. Done? Divided the sheet into halves, written it.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll use these words while doing the exercise. So this is about your sequence and order. So this is important that you need to see if your events are being organized by time or by position. Okay, so in case if they are being done in such a way, so you can use the sequence transition like previously. So you can see over here, this was mentioned that is about a prize winning novel and all. Okay, that it was written. Previously, the novel had been rejected. Okay, so you can use common sequence transitions like this sequence whenever you're talking about the time. Okay, so you can just make another one, or you can write separately. So just write down the heading sequence transition words. You can use previously, then, later, before, first, finally, subsequently. All 5-6 words, these words you can use it. Done, guys? 6 common sequence transitions, then, later, before, first, finally, subsequently, previously. Clear? Anyone still writing, or can I change the slide? Okay. So you can use, if you are finding that the second sentence is elaborating on the first sentence, then you are using an addition transition, which is known as furthermore. Okay, furthermore. So you can just write down, you know this, but sometimes you forget it. It's not something you don't know, it's nothing new to you. Okay, so you can just write down this heading, addition transition, and you can put down an example, furthermore. I don't think you need the explanation. I mean, you know it's second sentence, elaborate on the first. Furthermore, you can just put down. That's known as addition transition. And you can also see some more common additional transitions here. So under furthermore, along with furthermore, you can also write additionally, also, to, moreover, and in fact. I am specifically saying all these things because we're coming back to the first question then. Why not in fact and all these things? That's the logic. Okay. These are additional transitions. Additionally, also, to, moreover, and in fact. Yaksh, finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done? 6. Okay. Now the second thing is, if the second sentence provides an example, you don't need to write this. That means, for example, for instance. Okay, so that's basic. For instance, for example. So, for instance, caused, all this. So you can, this exemplification transitions is like, for example, or you can use to demonstrate, or for one thing. For one thing we usually forget. For example, for instance, we remember. So if you want, you can just take a second to write in your notebook. So you can just write down exemplification transitions. Under that, you can write down, for instance, for example, for one thing, to demonstrate. Yeah. For example, for one thing, to demonstrate, for instance. Okay. So these are exemplification transitions. So this is about your cause and effect. In case your second sentence is caused by a consequence of the first, of course, consequence of the idea, then you are using therefore. Okay, so therefore this happened because you are saying it as a consequence. She did not study, therefore. Yeah, he did not study there. So that's therefore. So you can see over here that common cause and effect transitions include since, because, subsequently, thus, as a result, consequently. So all these are your cause and effect transitions. Due to this cause, there's an effect to it. So you can just write down quickly cause and effect transitions. Write down these 6 words. Therefore, since, because, subsequently, as a result, thus, consequently. Done? So these are the six types of transitions which we discussed. Agreement, disagreement, sorry, sequence, addition, exemplification, cause and effect. So these are the different types of transitions. That's your transitions. Okay. So just showing you now how to approach these questions. So you just have to follow the 3 steps. Step 1, just summarize the main idea. Okay, what's the main idea? So that's how you can always find out that that what is missing. Is it addition? Is it is it cause and effect? Is it all these things? So you can always bring out that thing with that. We'll come to that example again after this. Or the second way is to do the second way is to do is the relationship. Okay, that how are they related? Agreement, disagreement, all cause and effect, or anything like that. You can identify from your passage. And then you have to, of course, select the transition that also matches the relationship. So you try to plug them in between them too. So this is another way they say, be flexible. That is, however, isn't an option. So in case, that's why I was giving you words. Okay, in case if you feel that I feel particularly that this is a disagreement and I can't see however over here, find the closest word to that instead of however on the other hand. So that's why you need to have a lot of words in your dictionary. Eliminate copycats. That is, you are supposed to see that also in addition 2 things you don't need it. This is cause and effect. These are the common ones which we see, cause and effect transitions. So you can see this correspondingly as a result since, because we have already written all these. Yeah. And contrast. Have I done contrast? No. So you can just put down contrast also in your notebook. I think I didn't do it. But however, although, nevertheless, despite, on the other hand, yet, contrast transitions in case. Done? Ready, written, finished. So you can also see addition examples we have already done. You see, if you have not written something, exemplification transition it is. In particular, I've not given it in particular. So you can add in particular in your exemplification transition. And you can also write your conclusion transition, overall, in fact, ultimately. See, the more we have the list, the better it is for you in the exam. So you also need to find out if you can find out something. Start adding in your notebook. Second one in exemplification. Third one is the new category. Conclusion. Overall impact, ultimately. Done? Okay. Purpose, flexible, eliminate complex. Done. Finished. That was your transition. Easy? Can you come to this page number 161? I have done all these things of page of YouTube book. However, just in a minute, just see if I've missed out on anything. I don't think so I've missed out, but you see. You take a pause. After this, take 5 minutes and finish your UT worksheet. And then I'm giving you another worksheet on transition. And then we are done with the course. Just copy my worksheets.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Perfect. So I'm just sharing your transition worksheet. Okay, till the time I just want you to revisit this question and now see. Right. Wrong one. Yeah. Here now you see which one will fit.
Ma'am, what were the options?
In fact, though, therefore, more. So this is your worksheet for transitions, guys. And that was the question. Did I just? I'm sorry. I'll show you that question again. Okay, you guys can start the worksheet. Sorry. Yeah, let me know please when to scroll down.
Ma'am, you can scroll. Done, ma'am.
down, guys?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Scrolling down, okay? Guys. 12, 13, 14.
Ma'am, can you show 10th question?
Can I scroll down?
Ma'am, in the 11th question, the word is not underlined.
I'll check it.
Ma'am, additionally should be underlined.
Many students of the university copy their notes and yes. These are the answers. I have given them the worksheets which I was talking about. The extra ones. Those worksheets are there. Done? Can I scroll down?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone still with question 13?
Done, ma'am.
Done?
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show the fourth question?
Done? Can I scroll down?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, after the sixth question, I want you to take a picture of the other questions because you're not going now. Okay. Last time, I think Anushka was, everyone gets late. You guys also have your classes. So just take it till the time you get finished, you finish. Wait here till 8:30, 8:30. After sixth question, take a picture.
Ma'am, could you scroll down?
I'm waiting for someone said no, I guess. Guys, take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you guys want to do. I'll move. I'll keep showing you the sheets. Done with question 7A, took a picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll show others. 9, 10, 11. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
12, 13, 14. Then the last question is 15. After taking a screenshot of this, only take a screenshot of all the answers so that you can cross check. Done. Exercise 1, exercise 2. A little bit more. You can take together exercise 2 if you want. Done, guys? Okay, so this was your last session for this, this part of your English, and you have another thing also which will be taken care of by Mr. Manish. Okay, anything you want me, are you guys comfortable? Anything you want me to take it up? You're okay? All the 9 sessions are okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ma'am, actually, I missed one of the sessions because I was ill. The linking clauses one.
Okay, so Anushka, did you see the recording? Do you have-
Actually, the recording is not there on the YouTube.
Possible. Anushka, ma'am, yeah. Arushi, what I can do is, do you know Mr. Manish?
Yes.
Yes. So Mr. Manish, what I'll do is I'll talk to him. and I'll convey your message to him. And I'm sure that they know it, that where to ask for these videos, and they can always send it to you.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
I also reminded to Mr. Manish once, I'm sure you'll be meeting him for another session, because he'll be taking your session. Okay, the other part of the machine will be taking reading. So you can come in, you can tell him also, and I'll also tell on my end.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
If you have doubt, coming in for 10-15 minutes, I don't have any problem. I'll meet you and I'll explain.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah,
You let
sure.
Mr. Manish know, and I'll coordinate with him.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you guys. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you send like all the exercises you have done in the class for practice?
What I'll do is
Like-
I would be needing one email address, okay, where you mostly circulate. Okay, or what's the method over here? I don't know. Because how do you guys take your worksheets from teachers? What's the method? What's the procedure?
Ma'am, from UT we get it from UT done, but in our other classes they send on the WhatsApp group. So like the official WhatsApp group.
I don't know about this official WhatsApp group. Okay, so what I can do is, what should I do? You give me one email address or any of this, and I'll send it over there, and you guys can, let me share something. You have your official WhatsApp group, SAT?
Yes, ma'am, we have a group.
You have a group, huh? So you just give me, what should I do? I'll just send rhythm. Can I send it to you when you are there? Oh, there are two groups.
Yes, and there are two groups, right? C1 and C2.
Is Mr. Manish in that group?
Yes, ma'am, I guess. Yes, ma'am, he is.
Yes, perfect. So I'll send him everything, and I'll request him to forward it your.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am.